Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. Today we are looking at some 1965 Jefferson nickels that are actually worth a lot more than a nickel. These coins are actually worth money. We'll show you different types of mint errors that you can look for on your coins or when you're searching coin rolls from the bank that can give your coins some value. So let's just hop right into it. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos and you guys are new to the channel, feel free to check them out or just type in rare coins Couch Collectibles or whatever you're searching for, 1999 penny Couch Collectibles. You'll find a video there on that coin as well, on all kinds of different dated coins. So we'll show you valuable ones, not so valuable ones, and why those coins are valuable. Alright, so this first coin here is a 1965 nickel that has a fold over strike. It is graded by NGC at a mint state 64. So if you guys are new, the coin grading scale goes up to 70, 70 being the best condition. This is at a 64, and something like this is going to be super rare. Now, fold over strikes, like, you're not gonna just come across these every day. This is like a very rare type of mint error happening here. So this coin here sold for over $4,000, actually over $4,300. So man, boy, would I love to have that. Now this coin here is a 1965 Jefferson nickel. This coin does not have any type of mint errors. It's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67, and that's where all the value of this coin is coming from, is the grade, mint state 67. So keep that in mind. The grade population will have a big thing to do with the price of the coin, because if there's not many of these coins graded at a mint state 67 or higher, then that will increase the value for the coin. Now this coin here sold for over $2,500. Now that doesn't mean that every time a mint state 67 Jefferson nickel comes up, it's gonna sell for that price. It all depends on when the coin sells, what the market's like, what the grade population is at the time. So keep that in mind. It did sell for $2,500 on Heritage Auctions. Now here's a 1965 Jefferson nickel. Now this one here, you may pass something like this up if you're not really paying attention. However, it is much smaller than a nickel because the coin was struck on a 10-cent planchet. So a Roosevelt dime planchet. It is graded by PCGS at an AU58 plus. And this coin sold for over $325. Can't beat that. Here is a 1965 Jefferson nickel that was struck on a 1-cent planchet. So we looked at a coin that was struck on a dime. This was actually struck on a penny planchet. Lincoln cent planchets, I guess you could say. Now it's graded by PCGS at a mint state 64, and this coin sold for $390. Moving on, now this is the same type of mint error. This coin is graded by NGC. It's a 1965 Jefferson nickel design that was struck on a 10-cent blank planchet. It only weighs 2.2 grams, and that's why the coin sold for over $600. Moving on, now this one is probably one of my favorite coins of this video. It's a 1965 Jefferson nickel that has been double struck, and that second strike is rotated in collar. So we see the double strike, you see all those lines going through Jefferson there, and then you also see the date there at the bottom as well, 1965, and you'll see the date over there to the right side as well. So that's the second strike there where the 1965 is at the bottom of Jefferson on the neck or the shoulder. And then here on the reverse of the coin, we will see that double strike as well. You'll see the building double struck as well as the rest of the design of the coin, of course. And it's pretty rotated, man. Look at that rotation there. Rotated all the way around. Really cool type of error, and it's awesome to have it in this type of condition at a mint state 66. Unbelievable. This coin here sold for over $640. Always be on the lookout for double strikes. Those are one of my favorite types of errors as well. Now here's a 1965 nickel that was struck off center. You can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins. This coin was only struck 10% off center. They could be struck way more off center than this. Graded by NGC at a mint state 64. This coin sold for $65. Here's another off center, just to give you guys another example. This coin was struck 35% off center, so not 10%, 35%. and the reverse was struck through. So we got a couple different things going on there, and you'll see that strike through taking place in the middle of the building, where the pillars, going through the pillars there actually of the building. But we also have that off center as well, which is very noticeable. This Jefferson nickel is graded by NGC at a Mint State 62, and this coin sold for around $70. Interesting to have an off center and a strike through. Here's another off center, but this coin is struck 35% off center like the last one, and it does not have a strike through. It's not struck off center in the same direction either, and this coin sold for over $100. So the last Jefferson nickel that we looked at that was struck on a penny sold for around $390. This is the same thing, Jefferson nickel struck on a 1-cent planchet, graded by PCGS at a Mint State 63 red brown, and this coin sold for around $275. So this next coin here is an SMS coin, a special mint set coin from 1965, graded by PCGS at a Mint State 67 deep cameo. Look at that, man. That is awesome. This coin here sold for over $5,000. 5 grand, because it's that special mint set coin with that high grade. Now here's a pretty awesome mint error. This is a Jefferson nickel, no dated Jefferson nickel by the way. It has a reverse die cap, so we don't see the design here on the front of the coin, but here on the back you can see the design with that die cap as well. So pretty awesome, graded by NGC at a Mint State 67. This coin sold for over $180. Moving on to another no dated Jefferson nickel. This is a saddle struck coin, mint error coin, on a blank 10-cent planchet. Very interesting to have that saddle strike with it being on a 10-cent planchet with the Jefferson nickel design. Very cool. Graded by NGC at a Mint State 64. This coin sold for over $800. Man, could you imagine selling a nickel for 800 bucks? That's just amazing. Here are some other nickels that are worth money. This next one is a very, very awesome coin. This is a 1943S 5-cent coin, a Jefferson nickel that was struck on a 1-cent planchet. Now it only weighs 2.8 grams. Now this one was actually struck on a steel penny. So you guys know the steel pennies from 1943? This nickel was actually struck on a steel penny pretty much. So this is supposed to be a 35% silver nickel, as it is from 1943. Now this coin here, because of that error, because of the high grade, sold for over $18,000. Moving right along to a no dated 5-cent coin. Now this Jefferson nickel has been struck on a 1999 Roosevelt dime. So we see the 1 dime there, as well as Jefferson's head from the Jefferson nickel, and then we also see Roosevelt's head there on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel. So that is pretty awesome. Absolutely love these coins. This coin here sold for over $5,400. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.